I mean, the great hip-hop debate is urban intelligence.
Okay. The great hip-hop debate is urban intelligence. Hip-hop is scratched out on the turntables of discussion, dissent, and debate. And that's exactly what this show does. It will dramatically impact the minds of the hip-hop generation. This show is not mere novelty. It will become one of the cornerstones of hip-hop, bringing celebrities, hip-hop heads, and political figures into the mix. Hip-hop is a global cultural force, and one of the U.S.'s largest exports. It sells like hotcakes, but when it's on the news, you don't hear us talking about it. Hip-hop fans report daily on the culture, in magazines, weblogs, and message boards, but we have no television presence. If XXL is the Sports Illustrated of hip-hop, the great hip-hop debate is its Sports Center. We are the voice of hip-hop. From my perspective, I want that 98, I want that MC like, I want it in 2006, and it's not here.
From Kanye West, he came with that one comment, great, but he's a minstrel show, he's a trick.
At least they had a message behind that. It wasn't just, you know, yeah, let's get freaky and I'll stick a Coke bottle in my mouth and do all that.
And just because you don't have a single out right now doesn't mean that you weren't important to the hip-hop feminist movement.
There's no work there, baby. Snoop out there, oh, Snoop can't get no love. You go to a party or you have a dance at the school, they want to hear hip-hop.
Is hip-hop imitating life, or is life imitating art? The Great Hip Hop Debate is a 30-minute talk show with one host, 4 panelists, and 5 segments. To kick things off and set the scene, we got the headliner, where we unleash the most controversial topic of the day. It's guaranteed to pump up the panel and the audience. Following in the hallowed footsteps of jazz and rock and roll, hip-hop has now become the music of America. From the suburbs to the inner city, hip-hop has been the high-selling genre of music for almost 10 years. Moving from the streets to the Smithsonian. That's right, we're in the museum. From spitting game to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hip-hop has become the voice of the people, and you have to follow it whether you like it or not. Some might argue that this was Dr. King's dream, to have all races listening to the same music together, living in perfect harmony. But has this occurred? Ari, what is your opinion on this issue? Up next, we got the cosign, a rapid-fire yes-no segment where each panelist is put on the spot with a hot-button hip-hop issue and has to quickly speak from the core and defend their choice. How much legitimacy do white rappers need to make it in hip-hop? Just measure. Give me like a nut. Like how much? A little? A lot?
A lot.
A lot.
More than anyone else.
More than anyone else.
50 Cent, I'm concerned with 50 Cent's
I co-sign that.
Because you know what? I mean, straight up, the man has a death wish.
Yes.
Okay?
He
was shot 9 times, he didn't die. He doesn't have this air of invincibility. He wants to commit suicide.
Some women have the skills that they'll never be able to have, and they're jealous of it because they don't have. They don't only have a nice body, beautiful titties, and voluptuous lips. They just know how to work what they have.
I'm glad I didn't say that.
First of all, if the only skill you see in a woman is her body, then you need to wake up and meet some different women.
Wait, I didn't finish. Not only her body, she has the brain.
Next is Repeater Skip, a segment that takes music reviews to a new level. Reviews are usually done by experts who decide whether an album's a hit or a miss. With the Great Hip Hop Debate, the fans are the experts, giving MCs the real scoop on why their album is double platinum or double wood. How does the panel feel about David Banner's latest release, Certified?
Most of the time, if your beats are decent, your CD can kind of swing.
Right.
If they're both weak, you drown.
And he had most of the production on the album.
And he drowned. And he drowned.
Now, Paul Wall, I mean, he's more of a sideshow to me, not a legitimate MC. So I can't really say he's all that legitimate in my eyes.
I don't think Little Brother's album was a classic album.
Lauryn Hill, you know, who she's not gone. They just dropped some. I mean, they just dropped an album. I mean, she's not gone. And just because you don't have a
to change things up a bit, we got This Week in Hip Hop History, a wild segment that brings fresh knowledge to key events in hip hop. With an old school newsreel format, it's got plenty of energy and leaves you wanting more. Check it out.
This Week in Hip Hop History. At a time when DJs and MCs flooded the party with boasts of being the biggest and the baddest, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five released a record in 1982 that gave the world a glimpse into hip-hop's future. With its vivid description of life in the inner city, The Message became the first mainstream rap song where social commentary was spit over a hard drum beat. More than 2 decades later, it is the only hip-hop record to be included in the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry. The message would show the world that hip-hop can keep it funky and real at the same time, inspiring generations of MCs while forever changing the dynamics of hip-hop.
We end the show with Freestyle, a segment that gives each guest 30 seconds to sign off with their final thoughts. Check out our guests as they drop some serious science.
Hip-hop does not cause violence, and I think a lot of the violence is perpetuated after the recording studio closes. I believe that a lot of these artists need to start taking more responsibility.
And with that opportunity, we really have to get out there and support the good music, get behind the good music, because that's the only way that we're going to gravitate towards more artists like these pushing the envelope.
The more diversity you have in a certain field, the more people start looking at who they are and not their skin color.
Hip-hop is a multi-billion-dollar industry that sees no end to its commercial potential, locally and throughout the world. But hip-hop is not a single voice or trend. Like any great art form, it's a dialogue, and we want you to be a part of it. The Great Hip Hop Debate is urban intelligence.